What is going on, CSBA? Welcome back to some first round matchups in the national tournament. I am Dalton, glad to be joined with Aaron. Aaron, how are we doing today?
Doing all right. Looking forward to this East region matchup between Cincinnati and Baylor.
Yeah, it's going to be a great matchup today. Cincinnati in their first season actually making the national tournament. So what a shining moment, no pun intended for the intro song, for them. And of course, Baylor losing in the Big 12 championship game, but finishing 8-3 after the regular season and conference tournament. So they're coming in here on a loss, yes, but they're also a really good team that could cut down the nets at the end of it.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of really high-profile players here for this Baylor team that could very, very easily make an impact here against Cincinnati. Since he, of course, has a couple of high-profile players in their own right. The likes of Taco Mario coming over from Oregon State in the transfer window being one of them.
Yeah, both teams having some standout players. We'll get into that at the first time out. But I do want to take a couple of peeks at Queen Hardaway. We saw him having just a tremendous game the last time he stepped foot on hardwood. So looking forward to him getting going here. And obviously Baylor with the likes of Julius Jordan, who is not seeing the start today. I believe he's one of the best players in the country. Do you agree, or do you have anything to say about that?
I mean, definitely one of the best younger players in the CSBA. There's just so much talent here in the CSBA. It's kind of hard to really call, just one player the best in the country.
I agree with you. A ton of talent in the CSBA, and more to come with Season 8 on the, I guess, the iceberg. Is that the right term? Are we on the eclipse of Season 8, I guess, is the better
There it
term.
is. That's the term.
We'll get there. It's been a minute, okay? It's been a minute. I'm finally back. I've been running all day yesterday. My brain's going a million miles an hour, but I'm glad to be back and, I'm casting some games. But Cincinnati's going to need a lot of tough breaks, and a lot of it's going to be on the shoulders of this guy right here, Ricky Vance. Talking about a guy averaging double figures and, 4 rebounds a game, too. He's an undersized at the 4, but he is a guy that can impact the game heavily, and Cincinnati is looking for a lot of, a lot of work from him today.
Yeah, and just looking at the rest of Cincinnati's roster, pretty much all of their power forwards, save for Kane Elliott, one of the other seniors here, relatively undersized for power forwards, but that also gives them some flexibility to run at the 2 or at the 3 here for Cincinnati.
I see the Piz in chat saying the effing iceberg. Look, bro, let me explain the analogy, okay? If the tip of the iceberg is Season 7 and the rest of the iceberg that is incredibly huge and you don't see is underneath the ocean, that's Season 8. So do you see where I'm getting there, or no?
Okay.
Am I making too much of a reach?
A bit, but I see the logic in where you're coming from with it.
Okay. Hopefully it wasn't too far-fetched, but a tough shot there from Baylor. And they're looking to get the revenge, man. They suffered a tough loss. Ricky Vance, oh my goodness, nice alley-oop there. But Baylor suffered a tough loss by 20 in the championship game to Texas Tech. So they're looking to get some revenge here and looking to make Bearcats not look as feisty. Nice, tough, and 1 there from Dime Hardaway. We'll go to the line for one more.
Yeah, Hercule Alexander, one of just 2 freshmen here for Cincinnati, called for the foul there. The young point guard getting the start over Aaron Starks.
Man, it's really sad. Been seeing some upsets in the games. I mean, that huge Kansas upset against Marquette. It's just really tough to see the seniors go out like that. And, I mean, for any team, really. You made it all the way this far into the national tournament. To lose in the first round, regardless of seed or record or whatever, it's tough for these seniors here. But you mentioned a couple of freshmen for Cincinnati and a few freshmen for Baylor as well, and they're looking to get their young careers up and running with a deep run in this tournament.
Yeah, both of these teams really are incredibly young. Cincinnati, only 2 seniors on their roster, and Ricky Vance and Kane Elliott. Baylor also with 2 seniors in Josh Knight, the center, and Clayton Watson, one of the shooting guards here.
Yeah, Clayton Watson actually getting the start here tonight too. So right on cue with the ball from the mid-range, just inside the arc. It's going to be called a 2. And I feel like they can hear us sometimes because right on, literally right on cue, and he scores a bucket.
He also got that around Taco Mario, the big 7'6" sophomore here for Cincinnati.
Yeah, Taco Mario is just an incredible presence in the lane, and he's really making his presence known for sure. 12.5 points a game, 9.7 rebounds, so flirting with a double-double on the season. And you would think being 7'6", 310, you won't shoot well from the free throw line. Incorrect. He's missed 1 on the entire season. He shoots 95% from the stripe, so he's a danger there. Starks into the game now for Cincinnati. He'll drill a 3. His first shot is up and good. The junior shooting 33% from the three-point line. Gets his first to go.
Yeah, the three-pointer keeping Cincinnati in this one. They were down 4 prior to that three-pointer by Starks.
Ricky Vance kicks down to Ruski. Seen that connection all season long. Dabruski. We see a high screen from Taco, though. Ricky Vance kicks over to Taco. He's going to be met by one of the seniors, Josh Knight, but it doesn't matter. Ricky Vance there to clean up the mess. Go right back up 4-2, and it's good. Cincinnati with the lead.
Yeah, Ricky Vance. We mentioned his name, another one that Cincinnati really needs to step up, averaging 10.2 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Reverse those last 2, actually. It's 4 rebounds, 3.9 assists. No, it's not. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. My goodness, my eyes.
I'm rubbing off on you. Well, we're seeing a shootout, back-to-back threes. One from Dime Hardaway Jr., and then one from, I believe that was Ricky Vance.
3.9 rebounds, 4 assists per game per Vance.
Back-to-back threes in this game, and it's proving to be a high-octane offensive game for both teams.
Yeah, the game I called with Dickie earlier, UCLA Illinois, early on in that one looked more like the All-Star dunk contest. This game's looking more like the 3-point contest instead of March Madness.
Yeah, I remember that one game. Oh my God, I forgot how many dunks it was. There's like 35 dunks or something total.
Wild.
Yeah, no, it's actually insane. But I don't know how I can do this efficiently. I'll do it at halftime. Don't worry about it. I messed up I got everything right but the ticker and the tip-off, so sue me, fight me. I know I'm a POS. I'm sorry. But I will get that fixed. I will get that fixed at halftime. Promise.
Listen, it happens. We're not fully professional, but we do our best, okay?
I mean, we're human, you know? We make mistakes, and I just tend to make more than the average person. Julio made his first 3. His second was not going to go down. Fowler now checks in, the doppelganger of Kane Elliott. Kicks over to Aaron Starks. I'm interested in the number 53 that he rocks. Is there a story behind that? If they're in the chat or anything like that? It's a very it's a very abnormal number, but I rock with it, though.
It could have just been a random number that he decided on, to be fair.
That's true. Fair enough. Julio kicks down to Jordan. He's off the bench now. Enrico is going to reset things. Top of the key. Kicks over to Josh Knight. It'll be a tough take. Dabruski actually getting the block there on the taller Josh Knight. It's going to lead over to a Fowler 3. Bang, that's good. Max Fowler able to knock down the 3. He's only shooting 18% from the 3 this season, but that one looked really good.
Yeah, I mean, listen, sometimes you just get a good look, and it feels like there's nothing the universe could throw at it to prevent it from falling. That shot, one of those here for Max Fowler, who almost gets that rebound over, I believe it was Kobe Johnson.
It was a tough take from Julius there, though.
Julius Jordan.
I see the real Crusader in chat said he's 53 years old. I don't know if that's truth or if you're just trolling or what, but I mean, it's fitting. So that would explain the 53. But Cincinnati is clicking, yo. I I didn't see how many points Cincinnati's averaging for the season as a team total, but they're right neck to neck at the what I say, the eclipse the eclipse of the first to the second quarter. So it's looking to be a really good game, close game. Can you tell I haven't done this in a while?
Hey, listen, man. It be like that sometimes. I believe the word you're looking for, by the way, is cusp.
The cusp. That's a strong word. A tough shot there from Cincinnati. No good again. What colleges are in this? Yo, Breaking. If you want to go to the website, that's 2 chats above you. There's a list of teams and all of that. I believe there's 36 colleges.
36 colleges. 32 made the tournament. I believe we're actually expanding that to 42 with the mid-major teams. Do not quote me on that. I could be talking out of my behind.
Let me throw it back to the starting screen and fix this abysmal appearance that I did fail on. So give me one moment to fix this. I know Wired will be pissed at me if I don't.
Hear me though, can't they? Oh no.
Correction. If anybody's familiar with the SpongeBob meme of like him in the kitchen with the fire on, saying this is fine, that is currently me. Because I'm not able to fix it. Then you're gonna see things that you don't want to see on my desktop. So we're just gonna rock with it. You know, Lil Uzi just dropped a song called "I Just Want to Rock," so I just want to rock, and let's just rock out, and it'll be fixed by next game, I promise. I do need to pull up the Twitch chat again because can't have one thing going right without the other. So, but checking back into the game though, Baylor already with a huge mismatch. Kanye Kardashian finds himself in the low post, kicks out to Enrico though. Still has a mismatch, but Enrico's gonna have to force up a tough 3. No good. Kardashian pays off with the mismatch, able to get that offensive board and back up and in.
Yeah, Baylor's really started this this second quarter off on a hot streak. They find themselves now up 7 here. The lead's been kind of flip-flopping back and forth between the two. Baylor, though, kind of firmly in control at the moment.
Fowler, a tough and one, flexing over Enrico. And he'll go to the line for one more. Tough move there from him. You see the replay there. It's a nice left-hand layup. It's very Marcus Smart-esque. If you know, you know. If you don't, you should probably get informed. Welcome everybody joining us in the stream though. 60 is what we're flirting with in the chat. So I know the numbers for the first few games were like astronomical, which was awesome to see. But a lot of hype around this tournament, man. It's gonna be really fun, and we're gonna round out the first round tonight. 16 matchups in 2 days. It's a lot of basketball.
Yeah, trying to get through it. So you know, we can get into these Sweet 16, Elite 8 matchups throughout the week.
Next week will definitely be fun and busy. Watson's going to find Bright Shoes Kobe Johnson in the corner. He's going to turn the ball over there after he saw a double team.
Yeah, what a snatch block there by Flash Wade, one of the junior centers here for Cincinnati.
And Fowler is hooping. Just grabbed that board over Kanye Kardashian like it was nothing. Right back under the rim. Just goes up and finishes the easy layup. Kobe Johnson's still going to see a double team. Kicks over to Watson. His long 2. That's good.
Yeah, speaking of Fowler, he could be one of the 3 seniors here for Cincinnati. You know, could really be the difference maker off the bench for Cincinnati in this one.
I mean, Cincinnati's looking really good tonight. As you see, another layup falls. I mean, you see it right here, game summary, 6 lead changes, 1 tie. I mean, Cincinnati, oh my goodness. I was just about to give them props, but now I'm about to put them on the opposite side of a highlight. What a dunk there from Queen Hardaway, putting Cincinnati on a poster.
Yeah, Queen Hardaway just posterized poor Max Fowler there on that one. But Cincinnati still, keeping pace here with a very game Baylor team.
Yeah, only 3 losses on the season. One of them coming in the championship game of the big, what is it, 12? Yeah, Big 12. I always get my bigs mixed up. But you see Queen Hardaway, man, right back on track to what he did last game. Just getting buckets on buckets. There's another one there for him. And he's shooting a very impressive 59% from the field. On the season, I should put. But Fowler with a poster dunk of his own. It's not the first time a Kardashian's been on a poster. That one is not going to be the most the most good looking for Baylor, but Max Fowler, I didn't know he had hops like that.
And listen, this Cincinnati team is full of surprises.
Hey, they may surprise the country tonight. Queen Hardaway's going to find himself at the free throw line. See a slow, steady routine. I mean, he is dripped out, isn't he? He's got every accessory on in the game.
Hey, listen. Sometimes the saying goes, you look good, you play good. Queen Hardaway is living that to the fullest.
He doesn't have any socks on, though, so...
They're no-shows. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Not much of a leg accessory guy, I see. Both of those do fall, though. Baylor lead expanding to the largest it's been tonight, which stands at 8. All these regions have been really tough. Everybody was talking about it at the selection show. They felt like maybe the South was the easiest, but I mean, all these proven to be really tough. And whoever, respects to whoever comes out of all these regions, the 4 respective, because they are all tough.
Yeah, I mean, with the Kansas upset of Marquette earlier, it definitely shows that there's no easy road to even the Elite 8 for some of these teams, especially a high quality 2 seed like Marquette getting shocked here in the first round. There's no easy teams in the CSBA.
That is true. Baylor missing their first shot, but Julius Jordan, oh my goodness, so much happened in so little time. Julius Jordan picks off the pass from Taco Mario, grabs the offensive board, and puts it back in. So Baylor missed a couple of opportunities, but finally come down with a third one, lead back up to 8. How do you feel that the mid-majors are going to fend for themselves next season, whenever they do come in?
I mean, it's definitely going to be interesting. I think the quality of talent is definitely there for the mid-majors to keep up with these higher profile schools. But there's still a lot of unknowns, right? Especially with the freshmen coming in that are going to be going to those mid-majors.
Right. Fox, I mean, we've seen some tough defense from both teams tonight, but Baylor's has looked a little bit more better, as you can tell by the score. A tough transition 3 is going to be good for Jordan Profit. And will send Baylor's lead to double digits for the first time tonight. Stands at 11.
Yeah, Baylor has really come out in the second quarter, hitting on something else. They've ballooned this lead now to 11. It's dropped back down to 9 in favor of Baylor, but the Bears here are just really laying an absolute leathering in the second quarter on Cincinnati.
A nice putback from Josh Knight. That's good for 2. The senior you mentioned, he's trying to leave his impact on his last few games here in the tournament. A well-respected season, or career rather, from him. Season as well. 4.7 points and just over 6 rebounds a game. There's one of them. So he got his takeover badge too. Baylor on a run now. Cincinnati on the ropes. They need that bell to sound to end the round. But Baylor has a few more punches in them. Julio with the ball now, just under 2 minutes. This is your 2-minute warning in the first half. Hardaway Jr. has the mismatch over Starks. I said it was mismatch. It's not really. Profit misses his 3.
Yeah, that was a point guard on point guard matchup.
Yeah,
But
I don't know this match.
I mean, Hardaway does have a 3-inch height advantage over Aaron Starks, so
Good point.
it could be seen as a bit of a mismatch height wise, but I mean, you could say that about Mario and Josh Knight as well, but Josh Knight really holding his own down there against Mario in the paint.
Yeah, we'll talk about a block party. That was 2 blocks back to back, and Josh Knight cleaning up the offensive board back up and in with the flush. 13-point lead. Baylor looking to hit that half-century mark before the end of the first half. Cincinnati will take a timeout, and we will take a look at the players to watch. For the Baylor Bears, you have Julius Jordan, as we mentioned earlier, 13.4 points a game, 4.5 rebounds, just under 2 assists. And then the big man down low for the Bearcats, Taco Mario, 12.3 points, 9.8 boards, 1.3 assists on this season for him. They're going to need more of that input from him, especially on the boards, because Josh Knight is having a field day. Nice find down low into Ricky Vance. He's going to be fouled by Julius Jordan from behind. He'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, Ricky Vance, one of not really the highest profile scorer. Still averages 10 points a game, though. Definitely more of a playmaker from the 4 spot. Again, 3.9 rebounds, 4.1 assists per game for the senior here.
But he is in that a very impressive 50-40-90 plus club. I mean, he's in an elite club, 50-40-100 if you must. So just a tremendous shooter anywhere on the floor.
Yeah, and that's something you want, especially out of you'd like that maybe more out of your small forward, but with Vance as a power forward that can play in that small forward spot, definitely an impressive resume for him stat-wise, especially this season.
Seeing here, Logan Fox is 6'7", 257. What are they feeding that kid?
Corn?
Is corn prominent in Cincinnati?
I don't think it is. That's just the first thing that came to my brain.
Cornbread, maybe, because he is thick. Josh Knight gonna see a double team. He's gonna leave Jordan Prophet. Had a moment to shoot a window, did not take it. Now he's gonna try his ISO ball on Aaron Starks. No good on that one. Taco Mario with the board.
Yeah, you mentioned them needing Taco Mario to come up big in the rebound department. He did there defensively. Wasn't able to come into anything as Ricky Vance called for a reach-in.
We're going to see a large swap for both sides here. Shout out all 70 people in the chat. This game is edging at the end of the first half.
Sorry, did you say 70?
70 in the chat, yeah. Is what the number
is. Hey, yo.
Quick shout out to the Twitch chat. Without you guys, it wouldn't be possible. We would have all invisible players, so appreciate it. Josh
we don't
Knight.
Need another Johansson situation, please.
I peeped that yesterday.
Please.
A tough bucket again for Josh Knight, just working on the offensive board, and it's paying off.
Yeah, Knight is just really outpacing pretty much anybody on Cincinnati that he comes up against, especially Taco Mario down low. It just shows that the experience of Josh Knight is a factor in just how good of a player he is down at that 5 spot.
That's going to be the end of the first half, 34-47. Baylor will take that lead into the first half. Aaron, tell me what you saw, what you didn't see, what you would like to see more of.
I mean, it was definitely back and forth early on to start this game. Both Cincinnati and Baylor kind of taking shots at each other. But especially at the start of that second quarter, Baylor just started hitting different. I don't know what the coaching staff down there talked about during that first quarter break, but clearly it lit some kind of fire underneath these Baylor players, and they find themselves up by, I believe, 13 at the half.
That would be correct, and I think I can fix it, actually. I believe I can, because it won't show you anything. I'll fix it right now, actually. Give you a pause on this screen. Aaron, it's not going to be the same on yours, but A pause
Is what it is.
on this screen, so you can take a look at the stats while I fix the tip-offs, because we're human and nobody's perfect. But quick little fix.
Except I can't see the stats screen.
It's on the Twitch chat. There you go. There we go. Now everything looks good.
Ew, we got there eventually.
Everybody, not everybody at once, okay? I hear the applause around, the horns are sirening and the sirens are horning. You know how that saying goes. I don't know what I'm saying, but welcome back to the second half. You have your Baylor Bears on top of the Cincinnati Bearcats. I saw on Twitch chat a couple times, the only Bearcats still in the tournament?
Bobcat.
I
think they're talking about something else.
Okay, I will let that be what it is. Ricky Vance, 13 points in the first half. He's having a very impressive night. I mean, we touched on it a little bit, but he's very, very lethal on the floor offensively, and he has 13 points in 10 minutes.
Yeah, unfortunately, Cincinnati's still losing by 13 at the moment, but we'll have to see if Ricky Vance and these Bearcats are able to step here in the second half.
Well, Clayton Watson missing his first shot of the second half. Had a good look at it. Not fall. Kane Elliott back into the ball game. Kicks over to Alexander. Back over to Elliott at the nice logo you see there. The nice CSBA logo. Ricky Vance is going to take a tough runner, and that's good right over Queen Hardaway.
Yeah, Ricky Vance, the leading scorer by far for this Cincinnati team. The rest of the team, only 21 points. So really, it's Cincinnati needs the rest of the team to step up the way that Ricky Vance has.
And quick shout out to Firebird in the chat for giving the score update every possession down the court for the one guy that's in Walmart with poor reception. So you're the people's hero, Firebird. Everybody appreciates you, of course. Queen Hardaway with an easy mismatch. Had Kanye Kardashian on the cut. Did not give it to him, no. Nice step back jump shot. No good from him. Kardashian offensive board. No good. Taco Mario able to show his presence down low. A tough shot. It's not going to go in the likes of Baylor, as it is called a foul on Queen Hardaway. Will send Kane Elliott to the line. First one up and good for Kane Elliott. 11 for 13 on the season prior to that one. So he's a good free throw shooter. To say that's an understatement, I should say. He's a great free throw shooter, 85% on the season. You see him rocking the Adidas with the Under Armour jersey. So a little bit of a brand clash there. I'm not going to hate on his drip, though. That one dude is the Cincy head coach. Well, I say that because I don't remember who the name was. It's my fault. I didn't mean to disrespect nobody. That is fine. Kobe Johnson, his layup, no good. We'll go back to the line for two.
Yeah, a lot of fouls here in this one late. Definitely could cause issues later on.
Now I feel like an a-hole. I called the Cincy head coach that one dude. Will not do it again. I apologize, Derek, if you can hear this. I think he said he can hear the audio.
Listen, you at least recognize that it was somebody that couldn't see the scoreline because of shenaniganry.
Shenaniganry. I'm gonna add that to my arsenal. Free throw's good for Baylor, though. The lead still at 13. Kane Elliott, a tough take over Clayton Watson and putting him on a poster, too. Giving him a little bit of senior-itis, I would assume. Putting him on a poster in what may be his final game. Kardashian's going to have a nice layup. Good for him, too.
Cincinnati, they need to find something. Ricky Vance does a great job putting that one up. Watson going to get called for the foul, though, so Vance going to go to the line for 2.
Ricky Vance has found himself at the line 3 or 4 times tonight. Or maybe this is his 3rd time, I should say. But he's definitely been to the line a lot for Cincinnati. And the sole reason why they're still somewhat in this game. Two free throws good for Ricky Vance. Remains perfect on the night and perfect on the season. Cincinnati's going to need a run. They're looking to have one in this 3rd quarter. That's not going to work. Queen Hardaway dunking all over Ricky Vance. And you see Ricky's up to 17 points, but somebody else has got to get Cincinnati flowing offensively other than him. And he can't carry an entire team.
Yeah, Cincinnati really needs the rest of the floor to find something offensively. Otherwise, Baylor is just going to continue to maybe not necessarily expand this lead, as Kane Elliott gets a nice layup there off of the block, which definitely helps. But Baylor's just going to keep this lead, if not steady, continue to balloon it further.
That was a nice, tough layup, and that one is too. Dime Hardaway Jr. A bunch of points in the paint coming from both teams. Haven't seen a lot of perimeter play from either team. Besides that one spurt that we saw earlier in the game, you know, back-to-back threes. But Clayton Watson's going to be called for his 3rd foul here.
Yeah, Watson's starting to find himself in foul trouble here late that could cause issues for Baylor down the line. But with how they've been playing, even with a 13-point lead, that may end up being a non-factor just as easily.
Kane Elliott's going to receive a screen from his quote-unquote doppelganger. Into the line now for Cincinnati. Into the game, I should say. But going to the line is Kane Elliott, Kanye Kardashian. Taking blame for that foul, rightfully so. He hacked Kane on the shot attempt, and he'll go to the line for 2 more.
Yeah, Baylor's really starting to find themselves in loads of foul trouble. It's kind of keeping Cincinnati... I don't want to say involved because it's not the right terminology here, but it's definitely allowing Cincinnati to, you know, maybe take more risks that they wouldn't typically otherwise.
Kane Elliott unable to knock down the 2nd free throw, so the lead will stay at 12 for the time being. Just a nice, tough take there from Queen Hardaway. Blew past his defender Hartley on the perimeter and able to just rise over the smaller defender down low in the paint. It's a very small lineup here for Cincinnati, and they're going to take a timeout too. Lead at 14.
Yeah, going to be interesting to see with this timeout if Cincinnati makes any personnel adjustments to, you know, maybe increase the size of their lineup to match up better with this rotation here for Baylor.
Well, I said small, but Wade was not underneath the rim there on the last possession, and then he was sitting at the 3-point line whenever they called that timeout. So I just couldn't see the guy. 7'6", 310, very much not so small. So he's in the game now for Cincinnati. Nice take there from Logan Fox.
Realize, thank you for pointing that out. Both centers here for Cincinnati are 7'6". You'd think it'd be easy to see these absolute mountains of men. Not always the case, though.
Yeah, they were hanging around the perimeter there. Jordan Prophet's going to take a long 2 and make it. So he's in the scoring column now in the second half. Bunch of headbands for Cincinnati. And that's a tough take. No good. Queen Hardaway with his takeover badge. You see he's been having a great quarter again with the dunk. Just takes it coast to coast. Queen Hardaway is on tour. It's going to be a nice flush.
Yeah. Leads now 17 in favor of the Baylor Bears. 64-47 your current score line.
a good take
Logan
there, too.
Fox.
Yeah, just back-to-back dunks now. 3 for 8, Logan Fox. I didn't realize he put up that volume of shots, what he did. Zaytown, shout out to you for your birthday. Said B-Day vibes only, so happy birthday. Mine was 2 days ago, but close enough to be
Great
birthday
snatch
twins.
by DeBrooksy there. To Aaron Starks, who gets fouled by Hardaway.
Yeah, Hardaway's second foul on the night. Look at the height difference between these two.
Listen, there's a lot of short point guards here in the league.
Yeah, Aaron Starks is definitely on that short list of short point guards. No, I'm playing. Bad joke. But the height discrepancy between the two, 5'9" and 7'6", that was not funny to see, but it was a sight to see, rather, on that last cutscene that you saw.
Yeah, and it was Queen Hardaway that got the foul on Aaron Starks, so that's 6'11" against 5'9".
I'll take those odds any day of the week. I mean, you see it here again. Queen Hardaway with
goodness,
the
the
mismatch.
mismatch.
Just punishing Starks with a back down, but Starks able to recover and I think contest the shot enough to make it miss. Or did he just miss?
I think Hardaway may have just missed that one. I'm not entirely certain. However, that's still credit to the defensive presence of Aaron Starks, that despite the mismatch down low, Queen Hardaway not able to get the post move through.
Seen a lot of fouls in this third quarter. An extended quarter for sure. Bearcats, plenty of opportunities at the free throw line. Seen them miss a couple. Ruski is trying to change that narrative with the first one, and he does. Trying to cut into this lead before we get to the fourth quarter. Cincinnati's going to take an effort, to say the least, for them to do so. 2 for 2 on those, though. And it's back down to an 11-point game. Baylor already almost at 70 points. I mean, they are just offensively one of the most gifted teams in the CSBA, and they're proving so tonight.
Yeah, Cincinnati, though, they've done a good job keeping a lot of the big scores for Baylor relatively contained.
Hardaway's going to take one and make one, though. A 3-ball from him. I mean, he is shooting 40% from the 3, but he's not known to just sit there and take them. But he does make them.
I stand corrected.
Baylor's just keeping a steady 12 to 16 point lead, making it tough for Cincinnati's hopes of staying alive in this one. But I mean, this is a tough 6 seed to go up against. I mean, 4-6 on the season. They're not a team to laugh at or even shrug off. But tonight they're just getting handled. I would say so far in this one, I should say. A legal screen is going to be called on Flash Wade, and that's not going to help their chances. Reward Baylor with another possession.
Yeah, Baylor still holding on to this 14-point lead, 67-53 in favor of the Bears.
Rico over to Julio. And they're just looking for that. They're just, making sure Starks is on every defensive possession. Works for them there for the time being. Josh Knight. Oh, has he been huge tonight?
I thought Aaron Starks actually had that rebound.
You did?
Yeah, I did. It's crazy to think about, but I could have swore that Aaron Starks got a hand on that ball.
Well, he is averaging 0.4 rebounds a game. And that was just an incredible dunk. I don't even want to continue my sentence. Huge dunk by Dabruski. A tough layup's not going to be good from Julius Jordan. You see Fowler very animated there. But wow, what a dunk. Add that to the season highlights.
Yeah, Fowler, another one of those alongside Ricky Vance that has been scoring really well for the Cincinnati team. The rest of the squad, though, just hasn't really been where Cincinnati has needed them to be on the offensive end of the floor. There's been a handful of turnovers as well that have been absolutely detrimental to Cincinnati's hopes of continuing on in this tournament.
Trying to find my Excel sheet that I just apparently lost. That's no good. I was gonna have a plethora of information for you guys. I'll find that in a second. But Julius Jordan knocking down his first free throw of the 2. Trying to go 2 for 2 on this trip. And he does. So keeping the lead steady at 16.
Both these teams shooting incredibly well from the stripe, though. Both near 100%. Cincinnati only the one miss. Baylor at the moment 100% from the stripe. But a lot of trips for both of these teams so far in this game.
Free throw is very plentiful from both sides. Usually Starks knocks down his shot. But Cincinnati, I mentioned them having
a 3-ball, by the way.
Yeah, nice 3. 4 for 6 on the season, and this is a team that beat Providence by 20 and Villanova by 42. So it's not a team that is that shies away from high scoring games, but just a little bit outmatched so far in this one. You've seen Rico knocks down a tough shot.
Yeah, Baylor has just been the better team for 2 quarters. Yes. I think in the first, it was definitely like Baylor was the better team, yes, but it was a lot closer in that first quarter than these other ones have been, as Baylor going to go into the fourth quarter with a 14-point lead, 74-60, your current score line.
Yeah, everybody put your 4s in the chat. We're heading into the fourth quarter, final quarter for one of these two teams. Baylor with a healthy lead at it, though. We saw Logan Fox take that same shot at the end of the second, missed it, and he got the same look at the end of the third and knocked that one down.
It's like that sometimes.
Yeah, shoot or shoot, man. You're not going to miss that one twice. State Farm assist of the game, though, is going to go to Enrico, his pass over to Queen Hardaway. And you see him with a nice couple moves there. Nice little layup. I hope you all have been enjoying, though, the just plethora of basketball we've been having in the CSBA. 8 games yesterday, 8 games today. We're winding down with the latter games for the evening, but you still got number 7 Louisville taking on 2 Iowa, number 6 Syracuse taking on number 3 Oklahoma State, and last but not least, number 7 Michigan State taking on number 2 Miami. So more great games to come. The Louisville-Iowa game directly after this one. An alley-oop attempt gone awry, though. Not really sure what Clayton Watson was thinking there. But it did not connect. Alexander's going to take a runner over Kanye Kardashian. No good.
Yeah, and I think another thing for Cincinnati is their transition offense just hasn't really been where Cincinnati has needed it to be. If they get some of these defensive efforts to go their way more, like that one, this be a completely different ball game as Baylor knocks one down in transition. Kobe Johnson.
Another transition bucket for Baylor. That one coming from Kobe Johnson's dunk. He had one similar.
Yeah, of note, Baylor has taken 9 more shots than Cincinnati has in this game.
And yeah, I mean, it's a scoreboard is to a story to that narrative, I guess you should say. It's paying off. I mean, you see now a 16-point lead. I believe that's tied for the highest, if not the highest that it's been. So I mean, it's pretty simple math. If you get more opportunities, you're probably going to have a better chance of winning. Thought Taco would have come down with that offensive board, but he didn't. Kanye Kardashian with the tough rebound.
Yeah, it definitely seems to be a experience trumping size situation down low for Baylor. Both Kanye Kardashian and Josh Knight have been just absolutely smothering Taco Mario in this one.
Oh my goodness, what a tough take from Taco. Right on cue. He's going to give Kanye Kardashian his 3rd foul of the game. Taco will go to the line for one more.
Of course, I'm immediately silenced by the player I'm talking about doing the thing that I said they haven't been doing all game.
I'm telling you, man, they hear you. Somehow, some way, in another parallel universe, they hear you.
I think they hear me and they just want to prove me wrong.
Well, Baylor trying to prove their doubters wrong. Taking a 15-point lead with just over 6 minutes. You can call it 6 minutes left to play in the fourth quarter. And we got shirts. Who wants one? Type your claim in the chat for a virtual shirt. We got a few to give away. CSBA March Madness edition.
Limited edition Season 7 March Madness shirt.
Very, very specific. Not even the matchup Baylor Cincinnati, just East Region shirts.
Listen. You don't get specific until the Elite Eight, okay?
I see the chat saying claim. Congrats, you got nothing. You got a virtual shirt. You got an invisible NFT of a East Region CSBA March Madness shirt.
Gotta love the characters behind the players in the CSBA.
Alexander's tough shot, no good. What a fight down low. Kardashian just pushing Taco Mario out of the way. And if you can push a 7'6", 310 guy, you should probably not be in this sport. You should probably be on the line for one of the teams in the sister league that I'm blanking the name of.
ECFL?
ECFL, yeah. Thank you for the there it is, right on the dormus. If you check the scoreboard.
Convenient timing.
Very convenient timing, man. Something's in the air, I feel it. And it's not just because my window's open, but Dime Hardaway Jr., tough turnaround fadeaway from in the post, and the lead at 22, I believe. Christmas has come early. You can put a bow on this one. Pass interrupted. Voice cracked. Kane Elliott, jump shot, good. See, this whole casting thing is easy. Just call what you see.
Yeah, 87-67 now in favor of the Baylor Bears. Just, again, that start of the second quarter was the beginning of the end almost for Baylor as Taco Mario gets called for a foul, which I'll admit I don't think was the right call there, but here we are anyways. Is Kobe Johnson going to go to the line for two?
Yeah, I'm in the boat that it was not necessarily a foul. I mean, it went straight up. But that's Taco's first foul on the night. And I'm double-checking myself before I just absolutely ruin my reputation. Trying to see. I feel like I looked over the player fouls, and he was one of the top guys. Yeah, he's the second leading fouler in the CSBA. So, with his first one tonight, Taco Mario, yeah, he's 20 fouls, second to Scott Frank from Arizona State. So
an uncharacteristically clean game from Taco Mario then.
Yeah, he's known to be in the foul column, but called for his first one here tonight. First one wasn't missed by Kobe Johnson. Second one missed as well, so a pair of misses. Don't call it a comeback, but 4 minutes to make up 20 points. Cincinnati finds himself in a hole.
I mean, you know how the saying goes, ball don't lie. I didn't think that was a foul. Clearly, the basketball gods thought the same.
I agree with you. Ricky Vance is having a quiet second half after just an explosive first. Kobe Johnson down to Clayton Watson. And his shooting struggles are continuing through this game as well. Not really finding much of anything. I know he knocked down one shot. I believe that's all my memory can pull out for me.
Kane Elliott comes up with the defensive board for Cincinnati.
And
it's the offensive board there. So
a little bit
Vance who gets that to go. 18-point lead now in favor of Baylor. 87-69, nice, in favor of the Bears.
You pull a Mia with me. Hardaway Jr. kicks over to Kardashian. Thought about the shot. Doesn't take it, though. Watson with the knee-high socks almost. Kicks over to his partner in crime. Dime Hardaway Jr. No good. Vance with the board. A little bit slow there and just gets the ball ripped from behind.
Kardashian.
Oh, I was about to get fired with what I was about to say right there. Queen Hardaway seeing a double team, though. Kicks out to Johnson. Had Watson on the wing for a split second. He's going to see a double team over to Hardaway Jr. He's going to take a tough-bodied runner, and that's good. Doesn't matter who is next to him. Hercules. You can even have Hercules next to you, and it doesn't bother Hardaway Jr.
Hardaway's got 14 here at the one spot for Baylor.
player of the game, Josh Knight. I mean, you could give it to a couple guys. Queen Hardaway, Dime Hardaway Jr. They're going to give it to Josh Knight, though. The unofficial player of the game, I should say.
I mean, Josh Knight has doubled his point per game total in this one and has been instrumental in, especially in the rebound department.
Right.
Like, I wouldn't surprise me if Josh Knight was a single bucket away from a double-double.
Yeah, I believe that he is on the better part of his average for the season, which is 6.2. So I do believe he has more than 6 rebounds. He may have 6 offensive rebounds because that first half that we saw, tough
It's
take
true.
there from Hardaway. First half we saw, I mean, it was all him against Taco, and he was winning that. So Ricky Vance, as you see now, 19 points. Queen Hardaway was 17.
Yeah, it's been a team effort from Baylor that has led to a high-scoring affair for a number of players that Cincinnati just hasn't had answers for.
Tough shot is going to be a miss. We're talking Mario, no good on the end one. Queen Hardaway called for his 3rd foul. We'll send Taco to the line.
That is the 3rd Baylor player, I believe, that is sitting now on 3 fouls. It's probably not going to matter with a minute and a half to go here in the 4th, but it's something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, you know,
especially moving forward.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I was going to say it could really cause problems like deeper in the tournament. And if it comes at a different time. I know that the refs have been, you know, very close to their whistle tonight, but you never know what you're going to get in the CSBA. So a lot of foul tendencies from these Baylor Bears.
And it could just be that the refs called this game a tighter ship than some of the other games that we've seen so far in the tournament.
So this game is winding down. Looks like Cincinnati is going to end up biting the bullet, falling to Baylor Bears, but nothing to knock your head on, though. You see Queen Hardaway, the 19 now on the night. Nothing to knock your head on, though. I mean, your first season in the CSBA, and you're in the tournament. Like, that's a good feat in its own.
And, like, 73 points it's not, you know, anything crazy score-wise, but there are some teams you play against where 73 is more than enough to come away with a win. Baylor, unfortunately, just not one of those teams. As you know, they're close to putting up 100.
Yeah, and off that last possession, Ricky Vance now with 21 points. So the only player with 20 points or more tonight is Ricky Vance. Queen Hardaway has an opportunity. Actually, yeah, he's on the floor there. And he's going to add to it more, 23 points for him. But Queen Hardaway has an opportunity here on the offensive end with, I believe, one more shot attempt. 1 or 2 more Baylor should have.
Yeah, Queen Hardaway at 19 currently. But with 40 seconds left, I don't think we're going to see it. Hardaway's going to go through, pick up, I believe, 16 for him.
Yeah, the other Hardaway. So the Hardaways are just killing tonight, to say.
Yeah, another last name pair that's not typically talked about as much as, say, the Diddle pairing out in Pitt, but Queen and Dime are incredibly capable juniors here for Baylor and are one of the big contributors to this win tonight against Cincinnati.
Dime Hardaway's going to take another one, not going to dribble the clock out and take the shot clock violation turnover. He'll drive to the rack. Called for the foul is Ricky Vance. We'll send Dime Hardaway Jr. back to the line.
Well, there was a 1.5 second difference between shot and game clock, but that foul is going to nullify that. We're going to see a couple substitutions here on both sides to end this game, but it will be the Baylor Bears coming out on top, 90 star to 70 star.
Maybe 80, possibly. I see the Mitch in chat saying step 2 Iowa. I mean, unless you can see unless you can predict the future.
Iowa's got to get through Louisville first, and I don't think it's going to be an easy game for Paca and company.
Louisville's 2 wins coming against Kansas, who just beat Marquette, and then none other than Gonzaga. So Iowa has a lot to get through, to say the least. But Baylor's going to walk through this one easily for 3 quarters. And not so easily for one. 97 to 79 mirrored scores. We're going to take a look at the highlights, and we'll be right back with a team comparison and box score. All right, welcome back to the team comparison. Aaron, anything you see that stands out besides the free throws? Geez, a lot for Cincinnati.
I mean, Baylor, it took more shots, made more shots, took more threes, made more threes. 12 points off 7 turnovers is a big one. There's definitely some positives for Cincinnati. Of course, you see they out assisted Baylor, had less overall team fouls, and almost was perfect from the stripe, going 17 for 18. But I think the offensive onslaught for Baylor was just too much for the Cincinnati defense to handle at the end of the day.
Yeah, and I'll double down on that. And even the defense, I mean, you see 5 steals, 6 blocks, and 7 turnovers for Cincinnati. So the defense showing up big for Baylor, and then Cincinnati had the trifecta 3-3-3 for steals, blocks, and turnovers. But yeah, you said it. I wanted to point out the points in the paint too. Both teams scoring more than half their points in the paint today. So Baylor did knock down 8 threes though. But taking a look at the box score, you want to go over Cincinnati? I'll take Baylor.
Sure thing. Ricky Vance, the leading scorer here for Cincinnati, 23 points, 5 rebounds, and an assist on 8 of 14 shooting. Taco Mario, 13 points, 7 rebounds, an assist, and a block. Max Fowler, 10 points, 2 rebounds on 4 of 5 shooting. Kane Elliott, 9 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. Another one of those playmakers we talked about at that 4 spot here for Cincinnati. Logan Fox, 8 points, 2 rebounds. Aaron Starks with 8 points, a rebound, 3 assists to his credit. Dabrowski, 6 points, 3 rebounds, an assist, a steal, and a block. So Brooksy all over the floor here for the Bearcats. Canner Hartley, 2 points, 1 steal, and a block. Hercule Alexander with 3 assists. And to round things out here, Flash Wade with an assist and a steal for Cincinnati.
For 7'6" center, not grabbing a single rebound is absolutely insane, I will say. But over to the Baylor Bears, you see the Hardaway pair here. Queen Hardaway with 19 points, 4 boards, 3 assists, 8 for 11 shooting. Diamond Hardaway with 18. So closing in on the leading scorer for Baylor, 3 assists for him, 7 for 12 shooting. And Kobe Bright Shoes Johnson, 4 for 4 on the night, good for 11 points. A rebound, 2 assists, and a steal. 10 and 8 for Julius Jordan. Clayton Watson with 9 points. He started off very struggling, rough, or maybe he started off hot and ended up struggling. I don't remember, but 4 for 8, shooting 50% on the night. Remember, there was a time that he missed 3 or 4 in a row. But Josh Knight, 8 and 10, so we both were right. 10 boards for him, better than his season average of 6. 3 blocks to go along with him as well. Don Julio, 7 points and nothing else for him. 3 for 7 on the night. Kanye Kardashian with 6 points, 8 boards, and assists, and 2 steals. 3 for 4 on the night. Jordan Prophet knocked down 2 threes. 6 points for him, 1 assist and 1 steal. And last but not least, Prince Enrico. He knocked down that one tough 3 that you see in your top of your screen now. So last look at the team comparison before we get into Louisville versus Iowa. Aaron, anything you want to say before we head off?
Keep an eye on Baylor as a 3 seed in this tournament. Definitely one of those 3 seeds. Again, I think it's very capable of potentially making it to the Final Four.
All right, well, that is Aaron. I am Dalton, and we will be seeing you very shortly as we have another tip-off together coming up. Number 7, Louisville taking on number 2, Iowa. So everybody in the CSBA, thank you all. Make sure you tune into the games coming up tonight, more specifically coming up in a few minutes, and we will catch you all later. Take care.